Here's a powerful song that's often associated with peace and anti-war movements. After the Beatles broke up, John Lennon went on to create his own original music, as did the other members of the band. But in this video, I want to share with you a song he wrote in the 70s that's one of his most monumental tunes. There's only 3 parts you need to know and a handful of chords, so let's get straight into it. The first part sounds like this. 3, 4. Just a simple 2-bar pattern here. We're using 3 chords. I've got a C, and then you just take off that index finger for C major 7, and then F. That's the 3rd chord there. Now I was playing F as a thumb chord. You can play F like this as a bar or like this. It's the same notes. Now, one of the things that is driving this song in the mix, in the recording, is John Lennon's piano part. He's playing this 8th note rhythm, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and what he's doing is he's playing a chord with his right hand on the piano and the bass note with the left. Now, a lot of people, when they play Imagine, they'll go bass and then play the chord, but if you listen closely on the recording, you'll hear he plays the chord first and then the bass. So this is how you would do that on guitar. You'd take that C chord and you'd strum from the 4th string down, then come back and play the 5th string. So you're sort of breaking up the strings. See that there? Into 2 parts. And this recreates the hands, you know, the right hand, left hand alternating pattern in the piano. So we're gonna go 1 and 2 and 3, and then on beat 4, go to that C major 7. You take off the index finger and the fretting hand. Do the same pattern once there, just strum, bass, then go to the F chord. Now here, the root note of the F chord is on the 6th string. So what I try and do is strum from the 5th string down and avoid that 6th string. So I can play it after I do the strum. So 1 and 2 and 3 and what this does is get, you know, some separation, and it'll make you sound better if you're accompanying a singer, you know, instead of just like strumming everything, you get another dimension, right? It's more complex sounding. So it's a simple idea. Now on the F chord, you go, you're playing this for 3 beats. So 1 and 2 and 3, and then on the 4th beat, there's this little piano lick, and I play it here on guitar. You just play the 5th string open, hammer up to the 1st fret, and then hammer up to the 2nd fret like this. And then that rolls right into the C chord to reset. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, E and a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, E and a. I'll do it with the bar chord with the different fingering like this. Same thing. So that's the first part. Now, if you've struggled to understand the fretboard for lead and rhythm guitar, then go to johnmcclennan.com/fretboard guide and get your hands on my free fretboard guide PDF. On it, it's just 1 page. I'm going to show you 5 chords and 5 scales that unlock the fretboard. And this works for lead and rhythm in any style. It's a fundamental of how the guitar works. And I want to give this to you completely free. Just go to johnmcclennan.com/fretboard guide and get your hands on that now. So this part goes over and over for the verse. And then when we come out of the verse, the last time, I don't do the lick, I don't do this, I just stay on the F chord. And we're gonna go into the pre-chorus, and that sounds like this. Imagine, do, 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 do. Okay, so this is the next section. It's just a beautiful progression here. You stay on that F, and then you go to a C, but you put the E in the bass. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a slash chord, and it creates a smooth bass line from F down to E, and then you go to D minor. Okay, that's from the 4th string down, open, 2, 3, 1. Now I'm playing this with fingers, the middle finger, the pinky, and then the index. See that there? The reason why is I want this ring finger free so I could change the bass note after. So it's gonna go D minor to D minor over C. Then I go to G, and you can use any G you want, you know, but I like this folk one here because it's just nice and easy. On my fretting hand, I can just stay in that first position. I play the 3rd fret of the low E, mute the 5th string, then open, open, open 3. So that's gonna go for a whole measure, that G. So it's gonna go F, 2, C over E, D minor over C, then G. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then G7. Okay, you don't have to do the G7 if you just want to stay on G, that's fine. But I like this nice kind of bluesy part when John Lennon sings. You know, that little vocal part there where the band breaks. So backing up, we've got 2 beats, 2 beats, 2 beats, 2 beats, 4 beats, and then 4 beats. So it's 4 bars long. Now strumming here, I use just a 2-beat pattern. It sounds like this. Okay, it's gonna go down, 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 up. 1 and 2, E and It starts out 2 eighth notes, 1 and on downs, and then a 3rd eighth note on the 2nd beat, and then down, up with 16th notes. So 1 and 2, E and Then you just keep that going through the chords. And then on the G7, I just go, just hit that G7 and let it ring out. So here's the whole pre-chorus played together for context. 1, 2, 3, 4. Imagine all the people. 3, 4. Okay, then we go back to the verse. Same as before. Going on to the pre-chorus, 2nd time. Here we go, and 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, now we get to the final section. If you've made it this far, awesome job. Let me show you the last part. So we've got chords changing every 2 beats here. We're gonna go F2 to G to C, and then 1 new chord, E7. This is using all 6 strings, open, 2, open, 1, open, open. Now that's the only chord so far that's not in the key of C. This song's in the key of C. That E7 there is just a nice tension, and then, you know, it resolves. So we're gonna play that progression, and strumming wise, I'm gonna play that same pattern. So down, 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 up, and then G, C. But I'm not the only one. We do it 3 times, exactly the same. Then on the last time, we leave off the E7 and we just go F, G, C, 2, 3, 4, then back to, you know, either doing the verse or the last time, it's just gonna end F, G, and then C. It ends on the C the last time. Now, as you repeat back around, if you want, you can play this little bass line. Right, so that's just a nice little walking bass line there. 3rd fret of the low E, open 5th string, 2nd fret, and then resolve back to the verse. So that would sound like this. Starts on B2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you're back to the verse progression. But only do that bass line when you're repeating back to the verse. Again, the last time, it's just gonna end on C like this. So those are the 3 parts to this monumental song written by John Lennon in the 70s. Keep practicing, and if you want to learn songs faster and understand the fretboard for rhythm and lead, then go to johnmclennan.com/fretboard guide and get your hands on my free fretboard guide PDF. I'm going to show you 5 chords and 5 scales that unlock the fretboard, and this works for any style of music. Just go to johnmclennan.com/fretboard guide and grab that now. As always, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you might like this one next.